afternoon. So frustrated right now. So you guys can probably hear the beeping. Last week, Nevaeh's PDM that she's had for 4 years, probably now, 3.5 years. We've had errors before with the pods, but we got a system error remove pod now. That happened last week, and so I had to go to the clinic. It was literally right before school. She had to be late to school. I had to run to the clinic, get a replacement PDM, new pod on her leg, and everything's been working fine. Now we got the same thing.
Well,
System error, remove pod now. Call customer service. So last time I called customer service, they walked me through how to reset it. So I'm gonna try that, see if it works. Otherwise, we're gonna have to use our other backup because I got one at the clinic and customer service sent me a new one, so we have a backup one. But if our PDM is now fried, we've only been using this new PDM for like a week. Had some issues with her pods falling off. The box that we just opened, the last, 2 pods in a row, like fell off within a day. Like, I don't know what happened. It was a bad adhesive batch.
It fell off 4 times, and last time we had to change it.
Yeah, yesterday we changed it. Fell off like 4 different times. We had to put like an expression med tape over it. We're just having all sorts of issues over here. So we figured we'd do a vlog showing kind of what we're able to figure out. So, got this kind of set up here. If you guys can see this. So if you remove, there you go. If you remove the back of the battery cover on the PDM, right down there, right above where I'm pointing, you guys can see there's a little hole there. And if you stick a paper clip, that apparently resets it, and you got to do it for like 10 to 15 seconds. The screen on the front of the PDM went black. It's been about 10 to 15 seconds. So now this comes back on. So last time we did this, it came back on and then it flashed on and off. Okay, so this is progress. No, it's not progress. PDM error. Press OK to reset clock.
That's good news.
I don't understand what's happening. Enter the current year. It is 2021. So at least now what we're seeing is we're good. So hopefully just had a pod issue and hopefully this PDM is good. So
yeah, because we just got it.
Being that the box that we just got is all causing us issues, I'm gonna open up a new box, see if that takes care of it. Is this new box, or this box that we just opened and had issues in. Mom, Courtney, had just gotten a bunch of really cool, like how cool are those? It's like a watercolor, like they
It looks like you
dipped.
marbled it
Yeah,
with nail polish, but it's really taped.
So Nevaeh's gonna take that off. I'm gonna go through.
And we just changed this morning too, so.
Heard that beep beep, so that one's loaded. So we're gonna activate this new pod.
So you gotta flip this part over and you have to flip this part over and you see this green little dot that looks like a button.
Circuit board.
And then you try to push it in, but it's not going in because I didn't get it in right away. Yeah, nope.
There we go.
I'm like, yeah, nope.
She got it. So you guys just learned now how to deactivate. So you can see
means
the green, that's like the
Dad,
motherboard or circuit board.
Dad, look my neck.
And we got it deactivated.
It's bleeding because we just changed it.
And I don't know, maybe that's what was causing the error. Maybe we had a bad site. It obviously wasn't an issue because the other one, the one that happened last week, now that I'm thinking about it, you guys saw on the screen on this one, it said system error, replace pod now, call customer service. The one last week said PDM error. So it wasn't an error with the PDM, it's a system error. So I'm wondering if, because she's bleeding, which normally doesn't happen,
Ever.
I'm guessing maybe it was just a rough site or something. So quick, we're gonna move it to her tummy.
Sheesh.
No hurt?
There's nothing on this one.
Alrighty. So we are set. So this is a new message. Due to clock resetting or something like that, bolus calculations can't be used till 7:35. That seems odd. So we're just gonna have to play around with it. But I was gonna say, if you guys are Omnipod users, something to keep in mind, if you get a PDM error or a system error, either one of those two, get yourself a paper clip and do that little deal on the back there where you lift this up and there's that little hole like I showed you before. To reset the PDM, obviously if you reset the PDM, that breaks the connection with the pod, so you gotta replace the pod, but it's obviously better than having a faulty PDM. So we'll see how long this one lasts. Hopefully for the 3 days like it's supposed to. If not, we'll let you guys know. So a quick update. We have an awesome Omnipod rep company, Insulet. Is Pat. He's our local rep out of Minnesota. He's extremely helpful, very easy to communicate with, and gets back to us really quickly whenever we have issues. I sent this to him because what I was trying to read to you guys that disappeared was due to a recent clock reset or unconfirmed bolus information, bolus calculations cannot be used until 7:35 p.m. It's currently 5 o'clock. So I was like, great. So we can't give her a dose. She's basically got to eat free food until 7:35. But then I was able to just hit the OK button with Pat giving me a little bit of guidance, and I was able to bolus her. It just didn't use any of the bolus calculations. So normally with the pod, you put in, say, she was just having some apples with some peanut butter and chocolate chips on top, like around 40 carbs, but she was low, a little bit low, and so I was just gonna dose her for 30. So she would have 10 free carbs. And so I put it in, but it won't calculate how much it gives her. So you gotta go old school, and you can luckily look into your PDM and see what your settings are for her settings for this time of day. For every 9 grams of carbs, she gets 1 unit of insulin. So I was giving her 30 grams of carbs, so I took 30 divided by 9, gave me 3.3 units of insulin. So I just manually punched in 3.30 units of insulin, and I was able to dose her that way. So another little trick. Hope you guys learned something today.